and put up the slides, and then we're going to get started, but we won't get started proper until 3:45. I just wanted to make sure this is all good to go.
And then if you have not put your team name in there, I need it.
Oh, are you editing that, Michaela? Thank you.
Huh?
Can you edit the slides with the team names?
I can, yeah.
Oh, ooh. There we go.
If not, you're just going to be team 1, team 2, and team 3, but that's way less fun. There we go. All right, got you, team 2.
All right. Oh, sorry, Michaela, can you edit it on the slide 3? That
Yeah.
slide 1 was just for us.
Oh, whoops. Okay, that's all right.
That was my bad.
No worries.
And can we clarify for students one more time just when they can start buzzing in, just so everyone's on the same page?
Yeah. So I will, if it's a multiple choice question, I will read the question, or Allison will read the question. And once the question stem is done, so before the multiple choice answers, right, before the A, B, C, and D, once the question is done being read, that is when the 60-second timer will start. We will still read the answer choices out loud, but it'll be right after that question is read. And yeah, I think, and then if it's a short answer question, it'll still be the same. Right after the question is read, but there won't be any multiple choice answers there. Alrighty, are we good to go? Okay, get thumbs up from my my quizzers today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second, Joe, just to get that last team name on there.
I'll refresh.
And we're ready. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Alrighty. Good afternoon and welcome to the STEMCon X Division B Quiz Tournament. My name is Joe Warner. I work for the Agua Fria High School District and I am one of 4 quiz masters. And yes, I did decide that we are going to be called quiz masters because it's a cool title. I'm one of 4 quiz masters who will be facilitating today's event. Joining me today is Allison Payinsky, science teacher at Desert Edge, Michaela Butterfield, ELA content specialist for the district, and the incredible Bianca Perez, a student from Agua Fria High School who, along with a few other students in our district, have been instrumental in the planning of STEMCon. Also would like to shout out Lauren Owens for being our district's tech nerd who is on call if anything blows up, knocking on wood. And last but not least, Miss Delcy Olds, our district's STEM coordinator, who spearheads this entire event every year and probably only gets about 12 hours of sleep total throughout the month of February. So we like to thank her for her efforts as well. This is an amazing week and we're excited that you're all here today. So today we have Agua Fria District's best and brightest in grades 9 and 10 who will be competing in a STEM quiz competition for a chance to win $200. Here are the student teams who will be participating today. We have Team Blue with Melanie, Derek, and Nadia. We have the Team Cardinals with Caden, Jasmine, and Celia. And then we have the STEMonstrators, I love a good pun, with Sophie, Kyra, and Charlotte. So now I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Butterfield, and she will go over the rules for today.
Sweet, thank you. So this is how today's quiz tournament will work. A random question from a STEM field will be read aloud, and it'll also be projected on the slides that you see. There are a total of 25 questions. Some of them are multiple choice, and some of them are open response. You'll have 60 seconds to answer the question, and the timer starts immediately after Mr. Werner or Ms. Pansky finish reading the question aloud. Whoops, Joe, you're projecting your Google chat. So then if no teams answer, then we just move on. Nobody gets points. Teams can collaborate in a separate Google Meet. So for those of you watching at home, we set them up on the side. You'll still see their pictures here, but you'll see them hop over to another screen where they can work together and talk to each other in a private Google Meet. But they have to keep their Zoom microphones off, obviously, so that the other teams don't hear. Teams will buzz in when they know the answer. And at the end of the 60-second interval, or when all of the teams have buzzed in, then we'll go in the order that they initially buzzed in. So if team Cardinals buzzes in first, they get the first try, and then so on and so forth. If they get the question correct, we'll give them 10 points. If they miss the question, then we'll delete out 5. The first team answers incorrectly, then the second team will get a chance to steal, and they can get half of the points. Students can also use scrap paper or any writing utensil to work out anything they need to, but they're not going to use any other aids. So like no calculator, no internet, and Joe's joking there, no smarter younger siblings or smarter older siblings as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're super excited for today. It's gonna be really fun.
All righty. And just a reminder that the winning team will receive a cash prize of $200 split equally among each member. So good luck. We're excited. Let's get started. Question number 1. A reaction engine acquires motion by ejecting hot gases in the opposite direction. This is an example of the law of A, conservation of heat, B, conservation of energy, C, conservation of momentum, and D, conservation of mass.
Okay, we have our first team 1. Should I keep the buzzer going or should we pause that?
You can keep the buzzer going in case another team answers it. And what's this deal? Yeah, do we have a representative from team 1 who wants to answer that question?
C.
You said C?
Yeah.
That is correct. Good job. All right, 10 points for team 1, right? Is that team blue?
Yep, that's team blue.
Cool. Okay, let's go to question 2. Take it away, Ms. Pansky.
All right. Question 2. The imaginary unit I is defined as the square root of what number? A, 1, B, 0, C, -1, D, 2. And we have a buzz-in from team 3.
Kyra, I think you broke up a little bit. Can you say that one more time for me? I think I heard -1. Can I get maybe a nod if that was the answer? Awesome. You are correct. The answer is -1. So that is 10 points to team 3. If you're feeling like your internet's a little laggy, you could either have someone on your team who maybe has a better connection to be the one to answer your questions, or even put it in the chat as well, if that's the case. I will make sure we're monitoring that. And I see Kyra did that. Thank you, Kyra. Okay, let's go to question number 3. And by the way, after 5 questions, we will go to the scoreboard and see what the standing is. So just a heads up on that. Question number 3. What is the maximum number of electrons that can occupy an s orbital? This is an open answer question. Again, what is the maximum number of electrons that can occupy an s orbital?
Okay, so we have a buzz-in from team 2.
You have a rep from team 2?
I said 2, or is it 2?
You are correct. 10 points to team, what was it again? What was team 2?
Team Cardinals.
There we go, team Cardinals.
So that makes us tied up right now.
Yeah, nice. All right, let's go to question number 4.
All right. In computer programming, what is a string? A function used to process text. B, a data structure used to hold a list. C, a variable used to hold either a 0 or a 1. or D, a sequence of characters? And we have two buzz-ins. The first one is from team 2.
I said D.
D, you are correct. Good job, sir. And good job, team 2. Going to go over here to question number 5. What is the diameter of a circle tangent to the x-axis with a center of 3, 4? Is it A, 8, B, 6, C, 10, or D, 9?
All right, you guys have 30 seconds, but we just got our first buzz-in from team 3.
Okay, Kyra in the chat, she put 8 as the answer, and Kyra is correct. The answer is A, 8. Good job, team 3. All right, so at this point, we are at our 5-question break. In a moment, Mrs. Butterfield is going to share her screen to give you guys our standings. But before that, Bianca is going to give us our first weird science fact of the day.
Did you know over 60,000 jellyfish have been in space? They were sent to test how they react to the lack of gravity. Now let's check the score.
For the record, real nerds here when we were having so much fun making the weird science facts. So I'm going to show you our score. Let me see. Okay, here's where we are. We have blue with 10 points. Cardinals and demonstrators are tied for the lead at 20 points each. So it's definitely anybody's game at this point.
Awesome. Thank you, Kayla. And as I share my screen, I will also give a second fact that we found out when we found this jellyfish fact. Apparently 60,000 jellyfish went to space and some of them procreated and 200,000 jellyfish were born in space. And when they brought them back to Earth, they were having a bad time because they couldn't manage living on Earth after being born in space. It's a weird fact, but I thought it was interesting and I wanted to share it. All right. Question number 6 is this. Yeah, this is you,
I
Allison.
think it's me. All right, so let me just make sure. Okay. The process of repeating the design process over and over again is known as A, refining, B, repetition, 3, ideate, D, iteration. All right, we have a buzz in from team 2.
Is it A, refining?
It is not. That is a -5 for team 2, the Cardinals. However, another team can buzz in to steal for 5 points.
So the next team that buzzed in was team 3.
And let me check the chat. Sorry. Having a little bit of difficulties. Here we go. There's the chat. Kyra from team 3 from the demonstrators says the answer is B. That is also incorrect. The answer is D, iteration. That is -5 for team 3 as well. And we're going to go on to question number 7. An example of cloning is the A, implantation of cow embryos in a rabbit uterus, B, production of new plants from the leaf cells of a single plant, C, development of unfertilized frog eggs, or D, the preparation of an enlarged photograph showing paired, help me out here, Ms. Bansky.
Homologous chromosomes.
Thank you, from a cell.
All right, so our first team to buzz in is team 3.
In the chat, Ms. Holmes put B as the answer, and she is correct. Production of new plants from the leaf cells of a single plant. Awesome. All right, question number 8.
All right, number 8 is what is the maximum area of a rectangle whose perimeter is 32 feet? And this one is an open answer. All right, we have a buzz in from team 3.
We got an answer of 16, and that is incorrect. So that is -5 for the demonstrators, and we do have an opportunity to steal.
7 seconds for another group. All right, so our timer is up.
The answer there is 64 feet squared. So that it's every side of that rectangle is 8 feet. You'll have a perimeter of 32 and an area of 64. All righty, question number 9. I do not know why I am asking the science questions that I cannot pronounce, but I'll do my best, and I might need your help again, Ms. Bansky. Levels of this molecule are depleted by eutrophication.
Eutrophication, yep.
Awesome. And
Algal blooms.
algal blooms, and areas of ocean low in it are called dead zones. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Are we talking about oxygen, phosphorus, nitrogen, or carbon?
Okay, so we have 2 buzz-ins. Team 2 is the first one.
Oxygen.
Is it oxygen? That is correct. Good job. All right, we go to question number 10. Ms. Fancy's going to read this one out. Now, we decided there are some, pretty heavy duty STEM questions in here, but we wanted to add some silly, goofy ones as well, as you can tell by the fluorescent green background and the Comic Sans fonts. Go for it, Ms. Bansky.
All right, number 10. Let's start out with Chance the Rapper's favorite number. Add to that a perfect total score on Dancing with the Stars. Finally, multiply that sum with the number of feature-length films in the Toy Story series. What is the result? This is an open answer.
So when we say Chance favorite number, it's usually the number that he wears on his hat there. When we talk about the total score, right? So it is the total score that a dancer can get from all of the judges. And then I think that last one is pretty self-explanatory.
Thirty seconds left. And we have a buzz in from team 2.
Can you type that in the chat for us? We're lagging a little bit. 17. That answer is incorrect.
Okay, and we actually did not have anybody else buzz in.
Okay. Chance's favorite number is 3. That's the number that's always on his hat. It's cover of the coloring book, right? All of my coworkers didn't get it because they were all old geezers. I thought that the young hip kids would know. Add to that the total perfect score from Dancing with the Stars. We actually accepted 2 answers here. Most of the time there are 3 judges, so the total score would be 30 because they can each judge can judge out of 10. But we also accepted 40 because sometimes they have a guest star. And then finally multiply that sum with the number of feature-length films in the Toy Story series. There are 4 Toy Stories. So if you do 3 plus 30 times 4 or 3 plus 40 times 4, you would either get 132 or 172. All right, that is our 10th question, which means there is another science fact, and we are going to look at the standings. Take it away, Bianca.
Did you know, on average, the fer-de-lance snake injects 105 milligrams of venom in one bite, while the fatal dose for a human is 50 milligrams? Now, let's look at the score.
She's laughing, but I'm telling you guys, that snake is terrifying. I've told Joe and Miss Payinsky about it a lot. So here's the scores. Right now we have Team Blue with 10. The Cardinals have 20 and the demonstrators have 20. So what that tells me is that those green slides could be the make or break of who takes the lead. So you need to be ready with your pop culture and your hard-hitting science facts. Close game.
Thank you, Mrs. Butterfield. Let me go back in here and share this. Boom. All righty, number 11. Find an angle such that 4 times the angle is half of the sum of its supplement and complement. Oh, sorry. A, 45 degrees. B, 90 degrees. C, 27 degrees. D, 30 degrees. And E, 42 degrees. It's a tough one.
$30 seconds. Team 2 buzzed in.
Ooh. See, Kaden, I see your lips moving. I don't know if you were trying to answer, but you're on mute. If not, throw that in the chat, which maybe someone did. Hold on. Oh, yep, I see that from Celia. She said 45. That answer is incorrect. Oops.
Okay, and that's the only other person who, or nobody else buzzed in.
Cool.
Yeah.
The answer there was C, 27 degrees. So what you would do there is you could set up an equation. You could say 4x equals 1/2 of 180 minus x plus 90 minus x. And supplement and a complement. All right, let's go to question number 12.
All right, question 12. In computer programming, what is a string? A, for loop. B, if statement. C, break statement. D, all of the above. Or E, none of the above. All right, and team 3 buzzed in.
Right, I got this in the chat. Kyra said E, none of the above. That is incorrect.
Team 1 buzzed in next.
Team 1 for the steal for 5 points. Someone can unmute and answer or type it in the chat, whatever's easier.
D.
Can you type that in the chat for me, Melanie? I couldn't quite hear you there. D, all of the above, and you are correct. 5 points for the steal. Good job. All right, question number 13. This is an open answer question. Which law states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force? Again, which law states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force?
All right, so we have team 2 buzzed in first.
Newton's first law.
Awesome, good job. 2 Team Cardinals, 10 points. All right, let's go to question number 14.
Okay, just making sure okay, great. Number 14, what is the total number of possible answer combinations that can be given on a 10-question true or false test? A, 2048, B, 1024, C, 200, D, 100, or E, 2000? 30 seconds. All right, team 2 buzzed in.
Is it the 200?
You said 200?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
All right, next we had team 3.
Kyra from team 3 in the chat put A, 2048. That is also incorrect. The answer is B, 1024. The way you find that is 2 to the 10th power. All right, it's going to give me that combination there of 1024 possible answer combinations in a 10-question true or false test. All right, let's go to number 15. What is the largest number that can be represented by 6 bits? Got a computer science question there for you. What is the largest number that can be represented by 6 bits? Oh, we got one?
Yep, we got 2 so far. Team 2 was the first one.
So Caden put 111111. That is incorrect.
Okay, next was team 3.
Kyra wrote F, 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 F. That is also incorrect. The answer is 63. 63. All righty. Oh, and that tells us that's we're at question number 15. So we are going to do another weird science fact and look at the standings so far. We have 10 questions left in this quiz competition. Bianca, take it away.
Did you know we can fit 1.3 million Earths inside the sun? Now let's check the score.
So I will-
That science fact was inspired by Mr. Werner's son's love of planets right now.
Yep.
And that's
Unfortunately,
his son's artwork behind him, just so you know.
Not drawn to
Mr.
scale. Cannot fit all these Earths into that sun. Sorry, McKaylee, you're up.
No, you're fine. Let me see. So when we look at this session, you guys, it changed everything. It was up and it was down and it was up and it was down. And now Team Blue has 15. Team Cardinals has 15. Demonstrators have 5, but you all, the leader went back and forth between all of the questions there. So we're close enough that nobody's pulled away with this yet. The money is on the table.
All righty, thank you. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right, number 16, we got a goofy question for you. This is yours, right, Ms. Pansky?
Yes, it is. All right, so according to Apollo astronauts, the moon smells like A, cheese, B, burnt gunpowder, C, coffee grounds, or D, gasoline. And we have a buzz in from team 3.
Kyra from team 3 says B, burnt gunpowder, and they are correct. Good job. Also, we would like to make a quick amendment to one of our previous questions. So if we go back to the coding question that we had here, which I believe was number 15. What is the largest number that can be represented by 6 bits? It was team 2 that answered 111111, and although that wasn't the right form that was on our answer key, that is the correct answer, just written in another form. So what we're going to do is we are going to award that team their 10 points, and then, well, actually 15 points, right, to get rid of that -5. And we are also going to give back the 5 points to team 3, because they wouldn't have had an opportunity to steal that question, right, if we gave team 2's answer the points that it should have received. Is that cool, Michaela?
Yep. So with those adjustments, we have Team Blue with 15, Team Cardinals with 30, and team demonstrators with 20.
Sorry about that, and good job to Team Cardinals. All right, question number 17. Earth's atmosphere contains water vapor and carbon dioxide. These greenhouse gases are important because they, A, are substances animals need to breathe, B, create Earth's gravitational field, C, protect against magnetic particles, or D, trap thermal energy in the atmosphere.
All right, so quick to buzz in today. Team 3 was first.
In the chat, Cairo put D, and that is correct. They trap thermal energy in the atmosphere. Good job. All right, number 18.
Okay, number 18. A clerk has a stack of papers a yard high on her desk. How many papers are on her desk if each page is 1/64 of an inch thick? That's an open answer. Thirty seconds. All right, team 3 buzzed in.
Uh, 2,204 was their answer. That is incorrect.
Okay, next we had team 1.
$500 was in the chat there, and that is also incorrect. The answer was very close, and I'm going to check this to make sure there wasn't a typo in the answer key for team 3 there. The answer was 2,304. But I will double check that because those answers are very similar. But while I do that, we will go on to question number 19. Name the technology that uses endonuclease to cut the genome so that a new sequence can be inserted. Open answer.
Okay, so our first buzz in was team 3.
And then team 3 in the chat put CRISPR or Cas9, and they are correct. Good job. All right, question number 20.
I feel like I've had a lot of the math questions.
All right, we got to switch it up tomorrow.
All right. Number 20. Determine the vertex of a parabola whose graph is represented by the following equation. Y equals x squared minus 4x minus 7. A is 3, 5. B is -4, -7. C is 2 and -11. And D is 0 and -7. All right, so team 3 buzzed in first.
Team 3 said C, 2, -11, and they are correct. Good job. Before we go on, so we're going to do another fun fact in a moment and do the standings. 2 quick updates. So going back to number 18, the answer was 2,304. So it was pretty close to team 3, but I just wanted to state that. And just a friendly reminder, because it came up, the last question, which team 3 answered correctly about CRISPR, we are actually having a presentation on that tomorrow. One of our many amazing STEMCon events this week. So if you're interested in CRISPR, which is a super fascinating topic, definitely tune in tomorrow. All right. So before we do the standing, Ms. Perez, can you give us our third goofy science fact of the day?
Did you know the Eiffel Tower can up to 15 centimeters taller during the summer? When a substance is heated up, its particles move more and it takes up a larger volume. This is known as thermal expansion. Now let's check the score.
This is a typo that's on my end. It should grow up to 15 centimeters, which is really bad because I work with English and this is a real problem. So for score checking right now, we have blue with 10 points, Cardinals with 30 points, and Demonstrators with 45 points.
All righty. And we have 5 questions left. Coming down the wire here. All right, number 21. The range of these phenomena varies on a semi-diurnal cycle that I'm just, you know what? No, I could do this one. I can pronounce the rest of these words. The range of these phenomena varies on a semi-diurnal cycle that result from gravitational influences of celestial bodies and cause ocean levels to rise and fall. The maximum and minimum range of these phenomena are known as spring and neap. Is it A, lunar phases, B, tides, C, El Nino, or D, gravity? While you're answering that, Ms. Pansky, please pronounce that word correctly because I know I butchered it.
Okay, it's semi-diurnal.
Diurnal. I thought if I just mumbled my way through it that I would that it would pass, but I
You
knew
did
right
really
off.
well.
Yeah,
It was
thank
great.
you. Appreciate it.
All right, so our first team is team 2 that buzzed in.
Tides.
That is correct. The answer is B, tides. All righty.
Okay. All right. Number 22. In computer programming, what does the modulo operator do? And this is an open answer.
Or modulo. I wouldn't know
Modulo.
either, honestly.
Thank you. I don't know. Less than 30 seconds. All right, team 3 buzzed in.
Oh no, I thought she put it in the chat. She didn't. Team 3 checks for errors in the syntax. That is incorrect. Well, did any other teams buzz in, Ms. Pansky?
Nope.
The answer is the modulo operator gives the remainder from division.
And that puts us tied between Cardinals and Demonstrators, FYI.
All right, we got 3 questions left. As you can tell by the Comic Sans font and the fluorescent green background, this is a little bit of a fun question here for you. We need you to identify these fictional scientists from pop culture. You need to just get 3 of them. Any 3 out of the 4. Stealing is not permitted on this question because if someone named 2 of them, it's a little bit of a head start. So no cheating. I mean, no stealing. 3 out of the 4. Do you have any buzzed in?
We do. Team 3 buzzed in.
All right, let's hear it, team 3. Probably waiting for answer in the chat, so we can give them a couple seconds here. Okay, so we have Rick, Doc Ock. So you're correct. So that second cartoon character there, that is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. So you get that one. Doc Ock, that is a villain from Spider-Man. Very nice. That's that third character there. And the last one, Goo from Big Bang Theory. You might be talking about this gentleman to the left here. That is not from Big Bang Theory. That is Dr. Ross Geller from Friends, who I believe was a paleontologist. So unfortunately, you did not get the points for that one, and we're not going to have a steal on that one as well. This last character here, that is Dr. Frankenstein, or as he likes to refer to himself, Dr. Frankenstein from the great movie Young Frankenstein, which you've all seen, right? No, okay. Fair enough. All right, number 24. You're up, Ms. Bansky.
All right, number 24. This quantity represents the asymptote of a logistic growth curve, an equilibrium where natural birth and death rates are equal. Name this maximum sustainable population for a species and an environment. This is an open answer.
Math and science. Chocolate and peanut butter. I love it.
Thirty seconds. Team 2.
Team 2 in the chat, Celia wrote carrying capacity, and team 2 is correct. All right, before we go to our final question of the evening, Miss Butterfield, do you want to give us a quick heads up on the scores here?
Sure. We have blue at 10 points, Cardinals at 50 points, and demonstrators at 35.
Ooh, all right. Last question, question number 25. A boy is standing on an elevator, which is traveling downward with a constant velocity of 30 meters per second. The boy throws a ball vertically upward with a velocity of 10 meters per second relative to the elevator. What is the velocity of the ball, which is magnitude and direction, relative to the elevator shaft the instant the boy releases the ball?
All right, we have a buzz in from team 3.
And then team 3, Kyra wrote downward 20 meters per second, and she is correct. We would have accepted 20 meters per second down or negative 20 meters per second, but downward works as well. Good job to team 3. That is the Cardinals. Not the Cardinals, the demonstrators. And now what we're going to do, one more fact for us, Bianca.
Did you know the quiz has ended? Now let's check the score.
The quiz has ended. Thank you guys so much for participating. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we're going to have Miss Butterfield present the final scores for us.
All right. I did not see anybody laugh as much as Mr. Werner and I did. We thought we were real funny. Okay. So we have blue at 10 points, Cardinals at 50 points, and demonstrators, you are right there with 45 points. So Team Cardinals, you are taking the trophy, certificates, the money, a brand new car, all of it.
Yeah, can we
Actually,
do that?
just probably the
Ms.
money.
Olds? You can do it.
There will be no cars, just so we're clear.
Okay, well, I really tried for you all, but you do get some money and you do get all the fame and glory. So there's that.
Thank you all so much. This was a ton of fun. We hope to see you back next year. If you're a freshman now, you can do the Division B again next year. If you're a sophomore now, you can join in on Division A next year. for even a slightly larger cash prize. You have all been amazing. This is great. Congratulations to Team 2, but seriously, congratulations to all the teams for all the work you put in today. I want to pass it along to our my team. Allison or Michaela, anything you'd like to say before we head out here?
Just thank you guys so much for participating. Awesome job to all of you. These are really hard questions, and a nice job with navigating through all these different technologies that we asked you to join.
Yeah, we're really excited. Today was super fun, and we're hoping next year that we get to see you in person. But now this was super awesome. We're glad that we get to do this, and thank you guys for taking part.
All righty. Thank you and have a good day. And if you can, try to tune in tomorrow for the Division A quiz competition with our 11th and 12th graders starting at the same time at 3:45. All right, have a good one.